Buffett. Now, my take on the MTV based hottest MCs list 2016. You can guess what my take is. Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Tusco D, aka Mr. Flow So Nice. Now, Buffettu, I gotta say, Buffettu, that somebody must have seen this amongst the panel of judges for the MTV based hottest MCs list. Somebody must have seen something wrong. I've got too much respect for those judges to believe that all of them actually sat down and compiled this list and actually agreed on the things that are on that list. Now, for those of you that don't know, Buffettu, basically yesterday, which was Friday, and I believe on Thursday, on the 1st and 2nd of December, basically what was happening is MTV Base took out its annual hottest MCs or top 10 hottest MCs list of 2016. And Buffettu, when the list came out, right, we always look forward to the list every year. But it's starting to seem like every year the list has got something wrong with it. Buffett, you need to call me next year. Like, you need to call me to be part of that panel, I'm telling you. Because, yo guy, I don't understand, man. Anyway, basically to go forward, I'm just gonna focus on the top 5. I know that there's a whole top 10. I know they put Gigi at 10, Madam Coolcat at 9, and so on and so forth. But I want to just focus on the top 5 because of time, basically. And thank you to all of you guys that have been DMing me, messaging me, and showing me love on WhatsApp, showing me love on Twitter, etc., etc. You guys are awesome, man. I'm very thankful. Continue doing that. I love it. It also motivates me to do more. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So, Buffettu, first of all, we're going to start at number 5. Like, how do you guys put Keenan Forbes at number 5? And, people were actually saying why. I heard a lot of people, as Twitter was abuzz about this, how do you put Keenan at number 5? How do you put AKA at number 5? And I heard them talking about the fact that they said it's because of the music. It didn't put out enough music. I'm like, if the criteria you're judging from is the criteria that you guys have put forward, which are those 5 criteria I believe that they put forward about impact, etc., etc., etc. You cannot take AKA and put him at number 5, because if you look at 2016 in general, though he didn't put out that much music, he still managed to be relevant and still have significant impact as far as hip hop is concerned. Now, Buffettu, I just looked at the whole thing, and I've been hearing people all over social media coming up and saying AKA fans just don't understand and whatever. I'm like, look, man, I don't care if you're a Casper fan. I don't care if you're a Casper stan. I don't care if you're a Questa stan or fan. Look, man, if they do it to AKA this year, they won't do it to your idol next year. So we need to put them in check and tell them when they're going wrong. So the first thing you got to tell them is the fact that, first of all, you can't tell me that the guy who, when Casper went to Sway, he went to Sway. When he performed at 107 Park, the very same guy got a cruise deal this year. The very same guy we're talking about, one of his music videos went over 1 million views this year. Like, the songs that he releases still stick. You cannot tell me that guy is the guy that you put at number 5, and then you take a guy like Nasty C and you put him above him, a guy that only has 1 album. With all due respect, I'm not saying that there's anything that Nasty C did wrong, or Questa did wrong, or the guys that are there did wrong, but I do feel that we cannot take them and put them at the same level. Now, first of all, I want to talk about this. I think MTV needs to change what it calls this list, because when you're talking about hottest list, it really sounds like the people that are making rounds musically in 2016. And if you look at the people that are making rounds musically, like I said in that previous video, I was talking about Casper. I think MT is one of the guys. I think Questa is one of the guys. I think Nasty C is one of the guys. So if we were to take it from that angle, we could put those guys at number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, and I do believe that the name of the list should be changed to who is the biggest artist in South Africa, because I think that's what now they're judging things on. And if you're gonna base it on that, then I certainly believe then you need to change the thing and put Casper number 1 and put AKA number 2, and basically put probably you'd have to put Ricky Rick in the top 5, because he's bigger than most of the cats that are up there. You have to put Nasty C in there, and you have to put Questa in there. So you sit down and you look at it and you're like, yo, when they're compiling this list, first of all, I think we need to start off with having we need to start off by comparing apples with apples, okay? We can't compare a Casper and an AKA to a Nasty C because these guys have 2 albums in, right? And then this guy is only about to release his first album. So the heights that this guy can achieve are very different from the heights that this other guy can achieve. Like the heights that Nasty C can achieve are not the same heights that AKA can achieve. So if the two heights of the two artists are not the same, we cannot take them and judge them on the basis of the same criteria. We need to take Nasty C and look at what can he achieve as an artist that doesn't even have an album out yet. What is it that he can achieve that's great? And what is it that a guy like Casper or a guy like AKA who's had multiple successful albums, because obviously brands want to associate themselves more with the guy who's established. Do you understand what I mean? With the Nasty C and all the other upcoming artists, people are still skeptical. So you cannot then take them and judge them on the same list. Otherwise, every year we'll have Casper and AKA in the top 5, and we'll always be having the beef of, if you put Casper number 1, why are you putting AKA number 5? Do you understand what I mean? Because I wouldn't have had a problem had they said had they say AKA number 5, Casper number 4. I would have been okay because then I would have understood that it's on the basis of the music. But then now, if you're gonna base it on the other things as well, then you have to take Keenan higher. Like you have to put him like in the top 2. Because he's had similar amounts of success. People are like, Casper put his money up with the London Stadium. Shout out. Yes, he did. And that was great. And he did it better than most people, than everyone in South Africa. But Keenan also put up his own money with the Super Mega shows. So you got to make sure that when you place them in a position whereby you look at the criteria properly. So I do think that maybe it's time that the criteria are looked at differently. Like how we judge Nasty C can't be the very same way we judge AKA. How we judge MT can't be the same. Because this person has 1 album. Do you understand what I mean? So the way that brands are willing to associate themselves with an MT and the things that MT can achieve are very different from what a Casper can achieve. So basically, Bafethu, that's my take on that. I do think that the whole list, Bafethu, just needs to change. And Bafethu, I'm starting a new criteria on the channel. It's called Isbatela Ngamanzi. I'm sorry, MTV base. You guys are the first people who tola manzi. Sintela Ngamanzi today. You guys just gotta have it, Bafethu, because I feel like you guys were just pushing an agenda, Bafethu. The way that you put up the... Okay, I don't know how you guys came up with this list. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, you just cannot, man. You just cannot. And you then also put Questa. As much as, with all due respect, I think Nasty C had a great year, but I don't think he had a better year than Questa. Do you understand what I mean? Because Questa's album is already platinum as we speak. Nasty C's album is still climbing up the charts. Though he released it free and it did well, but it's still climbing up. So like it's one of those things where you look at the list and you assess it and you just ask yourself questions, man. But Bafethu, I want to hear what's your top 5, Bafethu. Do you agree with this top 5? Do you disagree with it? Do you think it's correct? I personally completely disagree with it. I think some things need to change. I don't necessarily disagree with the full top 5. I think the guys that are in the top 5 deserve to be in the top 5, but I don't like how they're numbered. And I want to hear your comments, Bafethu. Do you think something should be changed on the list? Do you think the list is okay? Do you think the list is the best? Do you think I'm correct about telling Ngamanzi, or do you think that he might deserve to tell Ngamanzi? I don't mind. I'll take it. You know, if you feel like, yo, Tusko, you're talking trash, you know, I'm gonna take it. Namang's telling Ngamanzi, Bafethu. So definitely comment, definitely subscribe. Awesome. Now wait, Emma Billy. I know you wanna go, but click that red button and subscribe and put some respect on a younger name, man. Awesome.